Hey cousins, good morning. So yesterday we did the video Fantasia's husband scrub and responded to Fantasia's father. Now a couple of you said I was interrupting the video and I needed to let the man talk and then do the review. I can't do that, okay? I'm not going to remember everything he said for me to go back at the end and talk about it. This is why I talked through the video. Also, just to avoid any copyright strike issues, if somebody want to later claim copyright, so that's why I talked through the video. Okay, so what I'm going to do this morning, matter of fact, I'm wearing my I Am Black History shirt. I'm going to play the video for you, okay, uninterrupted. And I'm going to have a little bit of music in the background. I'm going to speed it up and have a little bit of music just to avoid any issues, okay? I absolutely love you. Hey, cousins. Thank you so much for your love and support. Be sure to subscribe. Thank you for the comments on my hair. Yes. Isn't this color like really popping with my skin? It's beautiful, isn't it? Thank you so much. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up, share this video out. I want to remind you the husband profile begins April. So if you want to sign up for the husband profile, go ahead over to janicehylton mentoring and sign up. Send me an email and I will schedule you for our one-on-one. Also, all the princesses that has taken the husband profile in the past, you can take it again for free, girl, for free. Okay, for free. I absolutely love you. I adore you. So let's go ahead and listen to what Fantasia husband got to say to the daddy uninterrupted. Love you. Subscribe. Leave a comment for me, okay? Okay, so here we go. Fantasia's husband uninterrupted, and then I'm just gonna put the naked wife book up here, okay? All right, let's hear what he got to say, girl. You about to lie.
So my name is Kendall Taylor. Those who know, don't know. This is very uncomfortable for me as a man based on who I am. I prefer to be in the shadows. I prefer to let my work, my character, and my heart for the Lord and for people to speak for me. However, when I find myself in an environment where my wife feels compelled to go to war for me, that's a problem. So against my own methodologies and comfortability, I have a duty to cover my wife and my family. Those that know me know I'm very strategic in how I express emotions, express frustration, and anything that requires a response versus a reaction. What I'm not gonna do is allow my wife, my queen, to be in an uproar and do something that causes her to step off her throne of class and sophistication and virtue that I adore about her. So here we are. Be clear, I'm in the manhood business. I deal with men. And as a man, if I have an art with you, if I have a problem with you, I reach out to you direct and we can science that out. And so since a man chose to take shots at me regarding my manhood, let's cook. I've been married to my beautiful bride for 11 going on 12 years. Y'all wanna know who I am and what I do? Pause. There's a difference, in my opinion, there's a difference between journalism and blogs. When it comes to journalism, there's a certain level of due diligence that has to be exercised before you put information and content out there to people who trust that information. When it comes to blogs, things get dropped and shared immediately without any due diligence. When I met my wife, I was running my own multi-million-dollar company, period. That means her success, her career didn't build me, didn't shape me. That's because I went to Sunoco Leadership Academy, BMW Black Belt Training, Tuck School of Business, Small Business Accelerator, CMEDI, Business Initiative, and had a lot of success and a lot of recognition. I'm grateful for those things because I am a justice impacted individual and I had to overcome tremendous adversity and circumstances in order to break a lot of criminogenic mindsets and trauma and behavior that was keeping me living at a lower level than what I was capable of. And I experienced incredible success. However, I wasn't satisfied with that success. And I started going into the prisons and sharing the gift of game and being transparent and vulnerable, helping brothers that are forgotten, giving them the breadcrumbs so that they could navigate, okay? Then I met my wife. I hope she don't get upset with this, but I'm gonna speak the truth. I asked for the prenup. A prenup wasn't put on me. I asked for it because I had business partners that I needed to protect, and I needed to make sure her family knew that I had no intentions on coming after anything that she had established before she met me. I wanted to create a runway where we could just experience love with each other and figure out what this natural feeling was that we were exploring, that was just exploding in both of us, that provoked us to get married after 3 weeks. You did. After that time, chaos broke out. The gentleman who was taking the initiative to use her and my platform, because he does not have one, to demonstrate things that are beyond false and fictitious, it's beyond that, didn't show up to the wedding, didn't want to speak with me, get to know me. And now that I have 2 daughters and a niece, I would never leave them uncovered in that regard. I even have a young man who has a desire to marry my daughter. And I'm going to make it very clear to him that you want to date the things that you like about her, but you're going to be married to the things that you don't. And making that clear, right? I didn't have that type of conversation. As a matter of fact, there were certain people who didn't show up to the wedding because they were not given permission to perform. My wedding was not going to be a performance. And that's why we got married in secrecy in 2014. And then we redeemed that opportunity to have a wedding in 2015. I can literally count on my hands the number of times that I have met Joseph and spoken with Joseph, who used to call me young guy and OG, even though we had no real relationship. This could have been handled with a phone call, but you chose to take another route. Let's get down to it. It became very clear to me when my wife came to me crying in 2015 that she couldn't buy a pocketbook, that something was going on. So I went through the books and I saw very clear that there was a lot of brown bagging and stealing going on, even though I had no knowledge or education in the music industry. I was lost. I was way outside my comfort zone. But wisdom translates across any industry, ethnicity, nationality, geophysical territory. I knew that if I applied wisdom and I asked God to guide me, he would show me how to cover my wife. And it became very evident that people were stealing from her. At the same time, people were stealing from me. And with tears in our eyes and crying, we made the courageous decision to step out there because we can be broke by ourselves. She said, babe, I'm not gonna fail on stage and I know you're not gonna fail in your executive position. And we stepped out there. We built Rock Soul. I've been at every meeting. I've been on every call. I've negotiated every contract. I've been a part of every single thing that has allowed her gift to be in the proper place, because I promised her you will never die broke. You will never die strung out on drugs, and you will not die alone like a lot of the greats out there, because I'm your man. That's me. And I've honored that, and I've exceeded my goals. There were times, man, we didn't have a $200,000 in the account and we got multiple shows to put on and we having to borrow money. Where was you at then? When my wife had to go through multiple surgeries and I'm there nursing her and cleaning her wounds, where were you then? When we were trying to blend this family and it was challenging for our kids and ourselves, where was your wisdom then, man of God? That was me praying. That was me anointing my children with oil. That was us having to short sell that house at Seton House because we didn't have enough money to keep it pushing, but we prayed and we fasted and we rented properties over here. You know what a date used to look like with me and my wife? We used to get sandwiches from Jersey Mike's and go sit at the airport and talk about the goodness of God and what's gonna come. Where was you then? Newsflash, and I'm gonna do this respectfully. You remember the last time we gave you $3,500? Since you wanna call my name, homie. She didn't wanna give it to you. I compelled her to give it to you. I said, baby, we blessed. And if we hold everything in our hands tight, God can't trust us. It's not about an individual. It's about him exercising his faith in us. I'm the reason you got the money. I'm the reason a lot of people in the family have gotten the money, because I don't hold on to money. You want to ask me what I do? It's my company with my wife. And this is the first year. What is this, 2026? We've been doing this since 2015. This is the first year I drew a paycheck. It's the first year. Do I set the paycheck for myself? No. This is a business. So we have an enrolled agent who establishes what's a reasonable salary. So if I take, man, anyway, moving forward. Last thing, I got 2 million young men around the country that I represent. I am the CEO of Salute First and Salute First Global. We are out here changing lives in school systems and prisons. We on track to give out 100 scholarships this year. We're doing internships, STEM camps. We got summer camps going in Ohio and Gary do one in Lori. We're doing drone certifications. We're bringing in graphic design and technical skills. We got partnerships with community colleges and universities. And you ask me what I do. It's because I don't do this. I don't do this, man, because I have yet to see that I made a post and it translated into impact for my students. I've yet to do a post and it brought me a contract. So I post some things from time to time. But my reward, my likes and my follows come in the lives of those that we impacted. We got programs on over 1 million tablets around the prison system around the country. I am part of the governor's executive team. That's all I'm going to share about that. But I'm part of the governor's executive team. What do? I make impact. I stay humble. I continue to trust God, because sometimes I find myself outside of my comfort zone and outside of my realm of understanding, but I know I can do all things through Christ. So I'm not going to continue to let you go out there and talk about I stole some money when I got rid of the people who stole it. And let me bow out like this, man. It's not going on too long. This ain't even me, and I'm gonna have some people upset with me, but that's okay. One thing I make sure of is that when we build something, that beautiful lady I call my wife, she's got the keys. I make sure that when we build something, she's got the keys. Because if something ever happens to me and she doesn't have the keys, I left her in the worst My bad, I don't know what's going on. I leave her in the worst position that had she ever been my wife. I'll master account. She begs me monthly to go over there and put my name on the account. I don't need my name on the account. If I need a code, because we got to send a wire, Tasia has to send the code. Because it's important for her, after all these years, to have control. Steal? I don't have to steal something I help build, man. But we're not going to let you go out and get a platform when you don't even know my daughter. You never met our oldest son, Trey. Zion has testified to that. You're not a part of our lives. That's not because I pushed you out. You know how many times I sat with my wife and told her that I pray that this family can be restored? I'll never stand in the way of it. I want to talk about it. Rico, you know, I've never stood in the way. Teeny, you know, I've never stood in the way. Zadie, have I not treated y'all like brothers the entire time? Though I know lies were spread on me. Though I know people talk about me, have I not treated you like a brother every single time you've been in my presence? It's got to stop. If you're upset, pick up the phone, make a phone call, but y'all don't talk. It's unfortunate. I'm only doing this because when I see my wife going outside the boundaries of her sophistication, making a post, I have to step out there. I can't sit in the back and just watch she's got to be hard to build a reputation. If you got a problem with me, call me. We can talk about it like men instead of taking this feminine route. That's a feminine move. That's feminine energy, and we're men. And since you went out there like a man, you're trying to discredit me. Like I have low integrity, I have no honor or no ethics about myself. I'm coming and speaking like a man saying, you don't know me. You haven't gotten time, you haven't taken time to take a chance. Do you know how incredible of a son-in-law you would have? That I would do anything within my power to see that you're doing good like I would with Diana, my mama. Don't question my integrity. And for all of y'all who run real quick and thumbing something and sharing something, do your research, because otherwise you're being lied to even greater than I'm being lied about. But my reputation, man, I've worked too hard, man. I've overcome too much, man. And I suffered and sacrificed too much for you to just hop on live and feel some type of way. Who did you talk to that said I was stealing money? We still waiting. You won't find nobody. There is nobody. Who said I took, last thing. I'm tired of people not giving my wife the credit. She runs Rock Soul. We don't move, we don't book, we don't confirm anything that she doesn't desire. Nobody, period. In the same breath, we don't release, fire, or change somebody that she doesn't desire to have removed the place. I don't fire nobody. Nobody's got a termination letter from me. I'm not the CEO of Rock Soul. I'm the president. We follow her when it comes to Rock Soul. They follow me when it comes to Salute. So give her the credit and understanding that she can make smart business decisions, that she's got intuition, that she's clever, that she's got a business head on herself, and stop taking ownership for what you do. Every time you say I do something, you discredit her growth and her achievements as a boss. You could call me. Stop all of this. You stop, she stop. Y'all don't talk no other time. So let's not use this platform so they can make a mockery of it. This ain't Black history. This ain't character. This ain't kingly. And none of this is of Christ. I hope I haven't said anything to offend you. I hope I haven't said anything that I have to repent for. And I damn sure ain't said nothing that ain't true. So you want to know who I am? This is who I am. And I prefer to go back to the shadows, but I'm not going to be looking over my head when I'm walking around the arena at the shows and I'm walking into meetings with people looking at me sideways. Nah, you haven't earned that right to discredit or question my integrity, because I built myself before I even knew you or my wife existed. And I'm going to maintain my character as long as God gives me an opportunity, because I answer to him, I don't answer to you, and I never bow my head before no man but Christ my Lord. So I ain't going to bow before you now. I forgive you. I forgive you. And if I've done anything that makes you feel a certain way, find it in your heart to forgive me, since we're talking that God talk. We all trying to figure it out here. But let's do it in love. Let's do it in privacy, and let's do it with integrity. This is messy. And I don't like this feminine energy. It stops now. Salute.
Okay. So I have a few minutes. Let's play some of what I said in response to him, okay? The whole video is on my channel of what I said. In the video, I want to thank you for those of you complimenting my hair, my skin, my lips. Girl, you know I've been trying to keep myself together. And remind you, the husband profile begins in April. Please sign up for the husband profile so I can teach you how to choose a husband and not a scrub band. Okay, husband, scrub band. There's a difference. Okay, so be sure to sign up for the husband profile. I love you. I adore you. Let's hear what Fantasia's scrub band has to say about him stealing the movie.
Salute.
Just know that anytime you see a man rubbing his lips like that and doing all of that, he lying. He's about to tell you a lie. Get ready for the lie, okay?
So,
oh God.
My name is Kendall Taylor. Those who know, don't know. This is very uncomfortable for me as a man, based on who I am.
Speed this up. Okay, speeding it up. I've got time for you lying, dragging, and carrying on.
Salute.
He's about to lie. See all that?
My name is Kendall Taylor. Those who know, don't know. This is very uncomfortable for me as a man, based on who I am. I prefer to be in the shadows. I prefer to let my work, my character, and my heart for the Lord and for people to speak for me.
But you was on stage doing this big old engagement proposal with 11 karat. And you talk about your character. Where you working?
However, when I find myself in an environment where my wife feels compelled to go to war for me, that's a problem. So against my own methodologies and comfortability.
Well, if you wasn't doing anything crazy, she wouldn't have to go to war for you. She has to go to war for you because your character, your integrity is questionable. Where is the money? Where's the money? We want to know. Where is the money? That's all we want to know. Where's the money at? Huh?
I have a duty to cover my wife and my family.
You can't cover your wife and your family. You broke. You ain't got no money. You're living on Fantasia. Didn't you just get out of jail when you marry her? And I know you're going to say something later, but boo-boo, where's the money at? Where's the money at?
Those that know me know I'm very strategic in how I express emotions, express frustration, and anything that requires a response versus a reaction.
Yeah, we know you are very strategic because after 3 weeks of meeting her, you say, what you think about us getting married?
What I'm not going to do is allow my wife, my queen, to be in an uproar and do something that causes her to step off her throne of class and sophistication and virtue that I adore about her. So
well, if you wasn't stealing the money, if money wasn't missing, the daddy wouldn't have to have spoken out. See, the daddy's speaking out because the money is missing. And according to the daddy, that the lady who got fired, when it came down to you, you're the one that caused a woman to get fired, which caused the daddy to be speaking out, which is why Fantasia had to go to war for you, which is why now you're trying to clean it up.
Be clear, I'm in the manhood business.
Manhood business? No, you're not. No, sir, you're not. You're not in the manhood business. What you gonna teach a man? How to get a wife to take care of you?
And as a man, if I have an art with you, if I have a problem with you, I'll reach out to you direct and we can sign.
But Fantasia daddy said you didn't even come talk to him to marry his daughter. Huh? As a man, if I have an art with you, I'm gonna come talk to you. But you, according to Fantasia daddy, you didn't go talk to him to marry her. You didn't talk to her brother. Huh? According to the daddy, you run from him. You don't come talk to Fantasia's daddy. And I had to call my daddy yesterday and tell him thank you. Because Fantasia's daddy is saying the same thing about, you gotta come talk to me. You wanna marry my daughter, you gotta come see me. Now we know some men are not good men. We'll talk about that at a later date and at a later time. Go ahead, sir.
And so since a man chose to take shots at me regarding my manhood, let's cook.
He taking shots at your manhood because your manhood is questionable. Do you understand? You didn't go over there and talk to Fantasia's daddy to marry her daughter, and she's taking care of you, and the money is missing. I'm just saying, yeah, he gonna take shots at you.
I've been married to my beautiful bride for 11 going on 12 years. Y'all wanna know who I am and what I do? Pause. There's a difference, in my opinion, there's a difference between journalism and blogs. When it comes to journalism, there's a certain level of due diligence that has to be exercised before you put information and content out there to people and trust that information. When it comes to blogs, things.
And yes, I'm gonna talk about Fantasia posting her daddy mugshot, but she didn't post her husband's mugshot. We're gonna talk about that later.
It dropped and shared immediately without any due diligence. When I met my wife, I was running my own multi-million-dollar company, period.
Where is the money? Where's the money at? Are you still running the company? Did you use the money from that company to buy that 11 karat ring? Or did you use the money that Fantasia is missing to buy the ring? Are you using the money from that multi-million-dollar business? Are y'all living on that money? That house y'all just bought, did you buy it with that money, the multi-million-dollar business money? Is that what you did? Are you taking care of Fantasia with that multi-million-dollar money? I just got so many questions. I'm just saying, I just have a lot of questions. You shouldn't have said nothing. You should not have said anything.
That means her success, her career didn't build me, didn't shape me. That's because
yes, it did. Yes, it did.
I went to Sunoco Leadership Academy, BMW Black Belt Training, Tough School of Business, Small Business Accelerator, CMEDI Business Initiative.
Where is the money? I don't care about all of that. What I care about is, where is the money, Kendall? Where's the money?
I had a lot of success and a lot of recognition. I'm grateful for those things because I am a justice impacted individual and I had to overcome tremendous adversity and circumstances to break a lot of criminogenic mindsets and trauma and behavior that was keeping me to live at a lower level than what I was capable of. and I experienced incredible success. However, I wasn't satisfied with that success. And I started going into the prisons and sharing the gift of game and being transparent and vulnerable, helping brothers that are forgotten, giving them the breadcrumbs so that they can navigate, okay? Then I met my wife. I hope she don't get upset with this, but I'm gonna speak the truth. I asked for the prenup. A prenup wasn't put on me. I asked for it because I had business partners that I needed to protect, and I needed to make sure our family knew that I had no.
Well, of course you're gonna say, let's get a prenup. Hello? Of course a wolf is gonna say that. Duh.
Intentions of coming after anything that she had established before she met me. I wanted to create a runway where we could just experience love with each other and figure out what this natural feeling was that we were exploring, that was just exploding in both of us, that provoked us to get married after 3 weeks.
Did you say unnatural feelings? The Bible talks about that. Unnatural feelings. Book of Romans. Go read and study.
After that time, chaos broke out. The gentleman who was taking the initiative to use her and my platform, because he does not have one, to demonstrate things that are beyond false and fictitious. This is beyond.
The gentleman? Did you just say the gentleman? That's her father. That's her daddy. At the end of the day, Kendall, when you leave her and take half her money, guess who's still gonna be her daddy? Her father. When she jumps and marry another man after 2 weeks, you will no longer be, and guess who's still gonna be there? Her daddy.
On that. Didn't show up to the wedding. Didn't want to speak with me, get to know me. And now that I have 2 daughters and a niece, I would never leave them uncovered in that regard. I even have a young man who has a desire to marry my daughter. And I'm going to make it very clear to him that you...
But you didn't go see Fantasia's daddy. Huh? Now you have daughters that's getting married and you're talking to the young man and making it clear, but you didn't go talk to Fantasia's daddy. The hypocrisy. The hypocrisy.
Want to date the things that you like about her, but you're going to be married to the things that you don't. And making that clear, right? I didn't have that type of conversation.
No, it's both. It's both. You marry the good and the bad, the pretty and the ugly.
As a matter of fact, there were certain people who didn't show up to the wedding because they were not given permission to perform. My wedding was not going to be a performance. And that's why we got married in secrecy in 2014. And then we redeemed the opportunity to have a wedding in 2015. I can literally count on my hands the number of times that I have met Joseph and spoken with Joseph, who used to call me young guy and OG, even though we had no real relationship. This could have been handled with a phone call, but he chose to take another route. Let's get down to it.
I hate the disrespect of how you're referring to her father. I don't like it. But of course, your character, your integrity is questionable. So of course, you're going to refer to her dad with disrespect.
It became very clear to me when my wife came to me crying in 2015 that she couldn't buy a pocketbook. There's something was going on. So I went through books and I saw very clear that there was a lot of brown bagging and stealing going on, even though I had no knowledge.
You went through those books. Fantasia was young. She didn't have the right people around her. Now you went through the books and you figured out how over time you can willy-nilly and snake through and go through and hide the moon.
Or education in the music industry. I was lost. I was way outside my comfort zone. But wisdom translates across any industry, ethnicity, nationality, geophysical territory. I knew that if I applied wisdom and I asked God to guide me, he would show me how to cover my wife.
How come you didn't ask God to keep you out of jail? How come you didn't ask God to keep you from committing crimes to keep going to jail?
And it became very evident that people were stealing from her. At the same time, people were
stealing from her, and now you're stealing from her.
Stealing from me. And with tears in our eyes and crying, we made the courageous decision to step out there because we could be broke by ourselves. She said, babe, I'm not going to fail on stage, and I know you're not going to fail in your executive position. And we stepped out there.
Y'all dumb behind women will never learn. We have so many but you know what? Fantasia don't know a good man, don't know how to choose a good man. And we've seen that in her past and all of that. So you've made him your executive position. He's going to get paid. When he leaves you, boo-boo, you're going to have to pay him. You're going to have to pay him.
We built Rock Solid. I've been at every meeting. I've been on every call.
Of course, you're going to be on every meeting and every call because you're trying to make sure how much money is coming in so you can steal the money. Oh my God.
I negotiated every contract.
Keep up.
I've been a part of every single thing that has allowed her gift to be in a proper place because I promised her you would never die broke. You would never die strung out on drugs, and you would not die alone like a lot of the greats out there because I'm your man. That's me.
Oh my Lord Jesus.
And I honored that, and I've exceeded my goals.
Excuse me.
There were times, man, we didn't have $200,000 in the account, and we got multiple shows to put on, and we having to borrow money. Where was you?
You said you had a multi-million-dollar business before you met her. So where is the millions? All you have in an account is $200,000. What happened to the millions, Kendall? Where are the millions of dollars? Where's the millions of dollars that you claim you had before you met her? Where's the money? Where is the money? Lex, is that your man? Where is the money? All right, y'all. Go on my channel, watch the rest of it. I have to go. The kids gotta go to school. I love you. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Are the husband profiles? Sign up so I can keep you from men like these. Sign up for the husband profile course. Sign up for a one-on-one mentoring session with me. I love you. I'll talk to you later, okay? Bye. Oh, or pick up 2 or 3 types of guys you might meet. He's in here, child. That slick lip. Slick lip is in here. Love you. Bye.